Now we're going to work on the matching game. So again, we're going to introduce the Phaser game engine, and we're going to go ahead and click here to get started, and that takes me to the matching game template here. What I want to do before I can start copying code over is I go in here to my Phaser template and Replit from my REPLs, I guess that's how you say it, I don't know. And then we fork it. And when you fork it, it'll say Phaser template 1. You want to go ahead and change that to matching game. Remember to use your camel case. And then we can start copying the code. So in your HTML file, in between this, we're going to go ahead and copy our code here. I'm going to move that over. So title, coded by, I don't need it there actually, I want it here. Coded by, first name, last name, so Mr. Snodgrass. Okay, when I run it, I should have my name on it right yonder. Okay, it looks good so far. Let's keep going. Refresh your page of the preview, see what it looks like. Now we're going to add some CSS to it. So we're going to go into our CSS file and hit enter. And we've added some background colors, and we're going to align the font to center in the body. Refresh. So start looking at the starter Phaser JS code. Don't add or revise this code. The first thing your code does is to create a new Phaser object by assigning it to a variable named game. It already does this. We don't have to change anything. Okay, read through all of this. Now we're going to change the background color. So we're going to go to our code.js file, add this Phaser command inside the function create by pasting the comment in between the two brackets. So I go to my code.js, and I need to paste it in between my two brackets on my create function. So where is my create function? Here's my create function. So I paste it in there. Does your code look good? This is what it should look like now. Does our code look like that? Yes, except they have an indentation. So we should definitely indent. Okay. Now, how do Phaser commands work? We're going to go through here. I want you to read all this, kind of preview the documentation. So let's look at the Phaser command. Game.stage background color equals this color, and this is an example command. Notice it does not say for us to copy this. The first part of the Phaser command is game.stage. Within your Phaser game object named game, there is a property or a variable called stage. You can keep reading through. Now what we're going to do is we're going to add our emoji sprites using an image. Let's add an image to your game. Inside of your assets folder is an image called Hello Sprite PNG. Okay, now how do we get those there? Okay, how do we get those images? We had to download those in a previous step. So again, I go back up to the matching Phaser, download this assets zip folder, and it'll load. So I go over here and hit download. It puts the zip file down here, and what we need to do is extract that. So I click show in folder, and I right click on it, and I hit extract all. And now I have a folder called assets. So inside assets are the things that I need. So what I need to do is I need to go into my assets folder here. I need to hit upload a folder. See if this works. I go into downloads, assets, assets, upload. I'm going to upload these 4 files. In 3, 2, 1, they uploaded, but you'll notice there's nothing in my folder. They put them out here. So I have to move all of those into my assets folder. So, hello sprite, power up, and spinner. Okay, when I close this, I see the same things, but now I have stuff in my folder. Okay, so that's how we get the zip file. So I'm going to go back to steps 1 through 5. I believe we left off down here. Again, this is why it's so hard to click back and forth. So now we're going to add our sprite. Okay, so we already put the sprite in the folder. The sprite is just a fancy word for a little icon of a picture, right? So you will need to declare or create a global variable. Remember, global variables are used everywhere in the script, whereas a local variable is just local. Add this JavaScript statement near the top of your code. Look at the comment line that mentions global variables. So I click this. I go into here and declare global variables for the game right here. Boom. I have hello1 variable. Then we're going to do quite a few different variables, and so that's where you'll put the variables. Now, add this phaser command inside function preload by pasting the command on a blank line in between the curly brackets. So, in between function preload. So, function preload, boom. Next, does your code look good? Does it look like this? It should. If it doesn't, you can use your spaces if you need to. From here, add this phaser command inside the function create. So we're going to go to function create. So we have to hit enter and paste. This explains what it's actually doing. 400 and 300 represent the X and Y. You're going to notice a couple of things. Instead of seeing 6 frames, you'll only see 1 frame, right? So add this phaser command function create on a new line command to add the hello sprite 1. Function create. Function create. Hello anchor 1. Now it's going to be set to the X and Y coordinates. Refresh your preview and the sprite should be centered. So let's see. Do I have a sprite centered? Oh, I do. Cool. Now, let's go ahead and add our player input. You could add the variable statement for the new variable so your code looks like this. See how it's adding this new here? So let's go back to here. Now we've already got 1, so if I just hit paste, I have 2 1s, so I don't need 2 variable 1s. Now I'm good to go here. Alright. Or you can just do this, which is another way to do it. Again, you'll notice the variables are just separated by a comma. I like listing them, so if I have a typo, it's easier for me to find. You can pick or choose your way. Add this phaser command inside the function create. Okay, so we're going to find the function create. So now we're going to detect when the spacebar key is pressed down. So when the spacebar is down, we're going to be doing something, right? So function update. So we go to our function update. Okay, and if the spacebar is down, hello frame is going to add math. Okay. All right. What we're going to do now is we're going to test this, and we're going to see what happens. Look, it's moving. And that concludes steps 1 through 5. We'll get ready to start 6 through 10 in the next video.